Hey, what's going on? It's Darius Faru, and on this episode of the Darius Faru Show, I talk about how you can hack happiness. So, happiness is one of those things that we are all after, right? One way or the other. It doesn't matter how we achieve it, but it's one of those human needs that we have, and we're all after it. But the funny thing is that we're kind of chasing it, right? It's a kind of state of mind that once we get it, it often goes away as well. Do you recognize that feeling? Because look at your life. What are you after right now? Is it a degree that you're pursuing? You want to buy a house, settle down, get kids, whatever it is, buy a new car, earn a certain amount of money. Um, the funny thing is that when we achieve those things, we feel happy for a moment, and sometimes that can be for 5 minutes when it's something small. It can be for a day, it can be for a week, but after that, the feeling fades away, right? So I've learned that there is only one way you can hack that feeling, right? Because what you want ideally is to have that feeling all year round and not just go up and down. And that is something that I experienced in my life as well in the past was you achieve something, you feel happy, and then it goes away, and then you searching for the next thing, and then you feel like you're in a roller coaster, and that's not something that is enjoyable, I think, at least not to me. If that's something that you enjoy, that's great, but I don't think so because otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, right? Or listening to this. So, how can we achieve a state of mind of happiness all year round? Now, when I talk about all year round, I'm not talking about 365 days. There can be a few days that you don't feel great. You can be ill or whatever. Something can happen, something bad. You don't have to feel happy always, right? But I'm aiming for the majority of the time. So let's say 340 days out of the year, or 350 maybe. How can we do that? Gratefulness. And that's why I call this a hack, because gratitude is something that is easily to achieve. It is not something that is difficult. It's not something that is outside of our control. It is something that's fully within our own control. And when we apply gratitude to our life, we feel happy and content and joyful throughout the year. And that is one of the most powerful things that I've seen in my life. And I've been applying this for about 3 years now. And it takes practice. A lot of people automatically connect this with Eastern philosophy and Buddhism, Zen meditation, all those things. And there's a lot originates from there, but also Western philosophers talked about it as well. To me, it doesn't matter who invented something. I think a lot of people often get mixed up in definitions and trying to see who came up with this idea of meditation or gratitude or whatever it is. And I think that defeats the purpose. And I think those people don't understand the whole concept, which is don't have an ego. And that when you think about that, those type of things, that's the ego speaking, right? But what it comes down to is this: practice gratitude in your life. And how can you do that? Well, one of the things that I do every single morning when I wake up is I think of things that make me grateful. And when you start your day off like that, you get in a very different state of mind. And throughout the day, you can practice it as well. Things that you see, things that you observe. Um, the first thing that you can think of is, how grateful I am to have this in my life, to experience this. So a lot of people are not that way, and that is the main challenge. And that's why I created this episode to share with, because a lot of you, I guess, you already know about gratitude, right? If you're in personal development, you probably heard of this. It's not a new concept by all means, right? A lot of people write about it, talk about it. There's nothing new about it. But the thing is, what I've seen, experienced as well, is that applying it is different, right? And it took me many years to learn the concepts and apply the gratitude in my life. And one of the things that I experienced was that if you still hang out or spend time with people who are ungrateful, they will drag you down in their own misery. And sometimes or most of the times, they do it unconsciously. I don't think people want to be ungrateful or unhappy on purpose. It happens through conditioning, through small choices that they make. But a lot of people are not aware of how bad their behavior is or how toxic their behavior is. But you have to be aware of it. If you're watching this, right, that means you are interested in this kind of stuff. And for ourselves, at some point, we have to make a decision and say, hey, look, my own happiness is more important than pleasing other people. So when we put our own happiness first, it doesn't mean that we are selfish. It means that we are seeing the bigger picture. When you are in a good position in your life, when you feel good, you can help others, and that is always better for your family, community, friends, and all those things, right? So not only practice gratitude, list the things that you're grateful of, write about it, think about it, be grateful for everything that comes in your life, but also stay away from the ungrateful people. And that's a very big price that you have to pay, but it's worth it. I've applied this in my life as well, and I've said goodbye to people in my life, even close relationships, but it is something that is worth it. And you will see that in the long run. And good people, grateful people attract each other in the long run as well. So I think that is one of the most important lessons that I've learned with this, is that it's not only about practicing something, right? Everybody can make a list of things that they're grateful of, right? But if they go around and they have a negative environment at work or in a group of friends, that will drag you down. It's easier to go down than go upwards. Always remember that, right? That's the easiest thing to do is sit down, drink some alcohol, whatever, eat some junk food, go out, play video games, do whatever, right? Use drugs, all those things. It's easy. Practicing gratitude, doing good things, helping, building something, that's all difficult. Improving yourself. And that's why a lot of people don't do this, because it takes a lot of effort. It's difficult. So it all comes down to commitment and how serious are you. And this is like with many things in life. If we go all in with this, it will change our lives. But if we go halfway, it's very difficult to really maintain that state of mind that we're all after, which is happiness. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And until next episode, take care.